Big news in New York City today if you are a user of a rideshare service like Lyft or Uber. The New York City Council voted and approved a measure that will cap the number of rideshare providers in the city. That means it'll limit the number of rides you might be able to take depending on availability. Not everybody is happy about this, not just those rideshare companies, but a lot of consumers speaking out as well. John Schiumo has the full story. John, what do you got?
Bill, New York City will be the first major city in the country to use this cap, despite an all-out lobbying effort from these companies like Uber, Lyft, and Via. Council lawmakers approved legislation that will stop granting licenses to new drivers for 1 year. City Hall says there are now more than 100,000 for-hire vehicles on the streets of New York, and lawmakers believe that's contributing to the traffic congestion and also to low wages for drivers because there are so many of them. Uber launched an extensive advertising campaign to pressure lawmakers to vote no, running commercials on television, radio, and social media that said these ride-sharing companies are good for people of color who are frequently bypassed by yellow taxis, and also good for those who have limited options when it comes to transportation.
That black grandmas in Southeast Queens and in South Bronx and in Uptown can't get service from yellow cab.
Now, despite that lobbying effort from a company valued at some $48 billion, lawmakers still voted against them and other similar companies.
But I think if you look at what we're doing, if you look at the data behind it, if you look at the process behind it, the package of legislation that we are passing today gets the balance right.
Yellow taxi drivers, Bill, are very pleased. This city already caps their numbers at around 13,000. Mayor de Blasio has expressed his support and is likely to sign it. Bill, one additional note, there is an exception. Licenses will still be granted for vehicles that are wheelchair accessible. That's the latest on this story. Bill, back to you.
All right. Thank you, John. Let's bring back the A+ panel for tonight's show. Pop culture expert Lisa Durden and attorney and publisher of the Save Jersey blog, Matt Rooney. Matt, start with you this time. This seems to be discriminatory against New York rideshare drivers. And then, of course, it's the whole issue of lower income folks, which happen to be a higher number of minorities. What are they thinking?
I don't know what he's thinking, but you know that he's gone pretty far out to the left when Lisa and I are pretty close to agreement on this one, right? I mean, it happens every now and then.
We have a love fest. We know there's something wrong.
Uber has not only made it easier for everyone, including working mothers, average commuters, everybody, students, to be able to get around town affordably, but as you said, Bill, it's also enabled minorities, new immigrants, everybody who's looking to move up the economic ladder, the opportunity to make a good wage with a good job. So I don't know what Mayor de Blasio is looking at. My only theory, he's running for president, so he's signaling to Democrat voters that he doesn't want to tick off a union. Lisa, to that point, talking about people of color getting the rides, but what about the economic opportunity? Because most of these, I don't know what the exact percentages are, but certainly a high number of Uber and Lyft drivers, it's their second job.
Once again, there's things being put in place to stop black people and people of color from making money. You're squeezing our economy. You know, we know what this is about, the whole medallion taxi thing, the Lucci, the paper, the dineros, the dough. It's about the dough. So why are you trying to do this? What are you trying to do?
Matt, last point.
Here's the bottom line, Bill. It proves once and for all that far-left politicians like Mayor de Blasio, when they race bait, they don't really care about people of different colors and origins. It's all about politics.
Right.
And the economics, which is helping all Americans, has nothing to do with it. I think that's
politicians.
a place to start.
Right there. All right. Thank you, guys.
Catch it on camera.
Gotta leave it there.